Okay, good day guys, welcome to today on Princess Anu-TV. And guys, you see, I was discussing with one of my colleagues, a lady actually, and she was like, blessing, tell them the truth, it's not just, you understand. And I could get the part that she was letting you guys know that it's not all rosy, and there are some things I would like you to know concerning coming to flight school, like deciding to go for flight training. The thing is that I always say it on this channel that we should always be positive, we should always think about the best, we should not think about the other side. And that's part of why I don't talk about the non-rosy side of the flight training, because I feel, for goodness sake, what's he going to do for you if I come in and start telling you that some instructors are bad, or you don't get to fly, or something like, what can he add to you? That's what I keep thinking in my head. Like, okay, if I come and tell you that this one is happening, that one is happening, how is it going to add to you? Instead, it's going to like weaken your desire or your aspiration to become a pilot. So I prefer to tell you the good part, because definitely the bad parts, they don't last. And so that's why I talk about the good parts most of the time. But I think we're just going to be doing like a short talk on some non-rosy parts of the flying, some non-rosy parts of coming to flight school generally, especially in Nigeria. So that's what we are going to be talking about today. So stay tuned guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, like I said, we are going to be talking about the non-rosy part of flying. And the only reason why I'm going to be telling you this is just to know what to expect, like to guard your heart. Not because I want you to be discouraged or because I think it's something you should not try. No, flying is actually a good thing. Flight training generally, yes, there are challenges with it, but it's an awesome career that you should start, that you can start, and will make you happy if you really have the passion for it. But let's just gist about some non-rosy parts. Like now, I've been showing you the weathers. My last few videos I've been showing you the weathers, how the weather has been like for the past 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And the weather has been so bad that nobody has been able to fly. I mean actual. Okay, like few people, well, I think 1 or 2 persons have been able to fly anyways, but generally nobody has been able to go up due visibility, not because somebody is sick or there's no instructor or there's no aircraft. Now due visibility. And you see, these are things we see in flying, and it happens to just elongate your stay. You cannot actually say you're going to stay for 2 weeks, or you're going to stay for 3 weeks, or you're going to stay for 1 month, because weather, which nobody has control over, is just God that has control over weather. And I don't know if any other person on the earth has control over weather. So when the weather gets bad, there's nothing you can do about it. You stay on ground, and it elongates your stay, sometimes scatters plans. As per, a lot of us have other plans, other desires, you understand, not just aviation. Most of the time, some of us still want to do maybe a higher degree, maybe you still want to move, like do other stuff. Maybe some people want to get married, some people want to start other businesses, and just because of that you're locked up, doing kind of nothing. Especially when not like you're flying simulator. So that's a part that nobody likes, that is not good, and it doesn't just happen here. That's why I feel it's not much of a big deal, because it also happens in the airlines. I know your flight has been cancelled 1 or 2 times, and they're like, oh sorry, you've booked a flight maybe by 9 a.m. and they're like, we can't go by 9 a.m. anymore, we have to go by 3. And you're wondering, these flight people, they like to delay, some of these things are due to weather. So it doesn't just happen in flight school, it happens everywhere, including the airlines. So well, these are part of the non-rosy parts of coming to flight school. You get to stay waiting for weather. And sometimes too, if your instructor is not around, and probably they've not assigned you to an instructor, you are likely to stay on ground for weeks without flying. I'm telling you, this is the reality of flight school. This is how it is. And not just that, apart from not having instructors to fly you, probably probably if you miss your opportunities, maybe of doing your check ride or PC when whoever was around to do it for you, you might likely have to stay. You see, undue delays, that's what I'm trying to say. In flight school, there are a lot of undue delays. You keep having delays. Some you can control, some you can't control, and there's nothing you can do actually about it. Also, there's another part. Most of the time, the aircraft too can be unserviceable. In fact, that's one of, imagine like 10 students waiting to use one aircraft. Can you just imagine how it is? 10 students, 10, or even sometimes more than 10, or 2 classes sharing 2 aircrafts. You see, these are some things in flight school that are not rosy. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel if you have a passion for it, it's not like you're going to lose your hope, or maybe just say, I beg, this is I'm not called out for this. You will have to be patient, because I think patience too is part of what flying teaches us. Seriously, I've gotten to understand that patience is part of what flying teaches us. So there are non-rosy parts, but I'm telling you, what I want to conclude with in this video is that the non-rosy parts are less than the rosy parts. The rosy parts are more, because especially when it's your passion, especially when it's your desire, you are just happy flying. When you go up there, like, you feel good, you see the way the landscape of the environment is, everything, your life just comes alive. So guys, I wanted to talk about the rosy parts because it was like, oh, maybe you're not telling them the truth and all that. So I decided to, just break some things and like tell you, okay, there are some parts that are not rosy, but something that I promise you that you're going to see is that the rosy parts are more than the non-rosy parts. So no matter what you face, even when you come to flight school, don't give up, because a lot of people actually drop out of flight school because of things like this. They say the instructor is disturbing them, or there's no aircraft, they feel the school is not measuring up, 1 or 2 things, and they are like, in fact, I'm not doing it again. No, you have to do, because if you started, you must finish. They don't give awards to people that just start. They give awards to people that finish. It's only the people that finish that get the award. So guys, and sorry if you're new to this channel. Hi guys. This is Princess Anu-TV, and we all talk about aviation, motivation, and adventure. So I'm going to classify this video as a motivational video, just telling you about flight school. So till we meet next time, if not the next video, guys, and keep bubbling, keep being happy, keep enjoying yourself, and I hope to see you in flight school very, very soon. Till we meet next time, guys.